Welcome to the 2025 Dallas Cup, here from the historic Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas, Texas. I'm Tyler Kern alongside Steve Davis. It's the 46th year of the Dallas Cup, and we are honored to be bringing it to you from high above the pitch, up in the press box here at the Cotton Bowl. We have Monterrey versus Real Madrid wrapping out today's action. And Steve, we've seen a couple of great games already. Looking forward to a third and final incredible match here to round out Sunday at the Dallas Cup.
Two teams with a lot of history. Monterrey, of course, a long-time participant. This is, in fact, the 22nd time that the team that they call Rayados has participated in the Dallas Cup. Real Madrid, of course, fifth Super Group appearance for them. So, a ton of history here. We got a ton of history in this building. We got an absolutely great crowd here as all the teams have come in and participated in the big parade, and now they're in the stands, just like us, waiting to see a good match.
The sun is starting to go down, but it's still 88 degrees out on the field and a bit windy here in Dallas today. We've seen that impact the action a little bit up to this point, but we're going to step aside, take a break, and when we get back, we'll get you all set for the first half of action here at the Dallas Cup, here in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas.
Our roots in this game run deep. We've been here, hydrating the grind with 50% more electrolytes. But it's time to raise the bar. This is our game, my game, your game, the beautiful game. From the ground up, we power soccer.
When you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights. A lot of early mornings.
Not supposed to say that.
A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling?
Yep. I'm gonna need one of those right now.
And a lot of good times with my band.
What a burger!
At CC's Pizza, dreams come true. But the best part of CC's is you, and you, and you.
Me?
Keep up, Doc. Dive right into my wondrous buffet. When it comes to pizza, you know that I slay. These desserts were made for stacking, like these games were made for whacking. Uh-oh, see ya. Reviews are in, the critics are raving, even the super specific pregnancy craving. So come feed the band and pull up a chair. CC's, the best pizza value anywhere.
It happened.
We got the house!
We did! 2,000 miles away.
We do long distance moves every day.
With Pods, you don't have to worry about the driving, and that's not all.
Need extra help loading?
Yes.
We got this.
Also might want
more time? We're flexible.
Flexible means you can keep your container longer or store with us. Then we deliver it to your home, across town or across the country.
We made it.
Yeah, you did!
Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Welcome back to the 2025 Dallas Cup, presented by Coca-Cola. We are here at the Cotton Bowl, getting ready for Monterrey versus Real Madrid, kicking off here momentarily. We just wrapped up the anthems. Let's get you those starting lineups here. For Real Madrid, in goal is Aaron Gomez, and then we have Francisco Javier, Ariel Nkoche, Ferran Seco, Javier Cabero, Pablo Montero, Carlos Munoz, Carlos Diaz, Diego Lacosta, Luis Paulo, and Jorge Martinez rounding out the starting 11. For Monterrey, we have Oscar Contreras, Derek Hernandez, Christian Reyes, Omar Galvez, Joaquin Maxica, Jose Urias, Luis Ortiz, Sebastian Hernandez, Jose Miro, Angel Amezcua, and Diego Chavira here rounding out the 11 for Monterrey. Really, really nice night for soccer out here. Thank you so much for joining us here from the 2025 Dallas Cup at the Cotton Bowl. Steve, in the previous game, we saw Sao Paulo really stick it to Newcastle. 5-0 was that match. And both games that we've seen here today started out really quickly with chances coming within the first minute.
Yeah, it might look a little different today. Both these teams, they've got a big storied history, so maybe they can settle into the game a little bit quicker. You know, the other thing is we are now getting most of the field covered in the shade. What's happened in the previous two matches that we saw here today, Tyler, is that the teams start off quick, but the temperature in the 90s, most people aren't really accustomed to it right now, as it's the first really hot day we've had, and the pace slows considerably in the second half. Quality goes down a little bit, so we'll see if the shade and even before this one's over, we're gonna have the lights on, and we'll see if the cooler temperatures has an effect on the match.
It'll be interesting to see as this one plays out, but two giants in their respective countries. You have the Mexican Giants of Monterrey and then Real Madrid, globally recognized brand, a name and a team that carries with it a certain amount of prestige, and we will see how this clash of titans tonight wraps up, but it's been a phenomenal day of soccer so far out here at the Cotton Bowl. We had the parade just a few moments ago, and now we're getting set for kickoff as Monterrey is going to be able to get us started here in just a few seconds from the Cotton Bowl. Again, this is the 46th annual Dallas Cup, and it's an absolute pleasure to be able to bring it to you as action is now underway. Monterrey starting off in possession. And Monterrey with the 3-digit number, which is a broadcaster's nightmare, just to pull the curtain back ever so slightly. But Real Madrid with the ball in the back now. Number 15, Luis Paulo, playing it back to his keeper.
Número 2, Francisco Javier. Número 14, Diego La Costa. Número 18,
Madrid with a turnover in midfield. Monterrey pushes it upfield slightly, and Real Madrid will have the throw in.
Pablo Montero Luque. Número 9, Carlos Muñoz Ortiz.
Tyler Kern, you'll give me a minute. I'll get these teams set up for you as what kind of alignment they're in.
Real Madrid controlling play down the left side, trying to hold up. Monterrey able to win it back and win a throw in the process. And a really, really nice crowd out here at the Cotton Bowl. As Steve mentioned, half the stadium in shade right now, and a lot of the players that were on the field previously for the parade sitting in the shaded section. Throw-in comes, Monterrey trying to carry the ball forward. Pass is able to find Jose Urias, plays the ball forward, but it's going to make its way all the way to Real Madrid's keeper. Plays it long out of the back. Brought down to Ariel Nicoche. He loses it. Monterrey plays the ball back to their keeper, Oscar Contreras. Ball forward for Monterrey. This is the 22nd Supergroup appearance for Monterrey, the most of any individual club in Dallas Cup history. Pass intercepted. It's going to be Real Madrid on the left side of their formation, down towards the end line. Pass trying to get the ball into the box, but nothing doing just yet. And we haven't had quite the fast start that we've had in the previous games. Last game was already 1-0 in favor of Sao Paulo at this point.
Yeah, well, we're hoping for a little bit more competitive match in this one, and I think we're going to get it. Last match, Newcastle just completely overmatched by I was about to say the veteran team from Sao Paulo. It's a veteran in that they've played in this tournament a lot, but of course these are the academy, the top end of the academies. These players may be just right on the precipice of getting a pro contract, or if they don't get a pro contract from their teams, in this case Real Madrid and Rayados, then they might get released and get picked up somewhere else. But you'll see a lot of these players earning a living professionally, whether it's with their club or current club or somebody else.
really exciting to have two teams of this stature at this tournament. And that's really one of the things that makes Dallas Cup so much fun to be a part of, and such an exciting and important tournament for youth soccer, as you get matchups like this between a team like Monterrey and a globally recognized brand like Real Madrid. Madrid controls off of the throw-in. Comes over to Nkoche. Loose touch, and Monterrey's going to go the other direction quickly. Joaquin Mochica is the striker from Monterrey, was able to intercept it briefly and push towards that Real Madrid back line, but Real Madrid able to regain possession here. And a loose touch gets away from Pablo Montero, and it'll be a throw-in for Monterrey.
Looks to me like Real Madrid playing in a 4-4-2. See the shape right there.
Little give and go attempted up the right side of the Monterrey formation, not able to come off. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid. Not as easy to see exactly how Real Madrid is set up.
Real Madrid, Real Madrid is in the 4-4-2. Monterrey looks to me like when they defend, they're in a little bit of a man-for-man matchup, which we do see some of the Mexican teams sometimes playing.
Taken away in the midfield by Real Madrid. They're going to control possession and play it back to their back line.
Nice job there by Javier Cabero. Just wearing that Busquets number and trying to do his best Busquets. But that's not a bad thing to say about a Real Madrid player.
I couldn't tell you, but I do know they take such things seriously in that part of the world.
Certainly do.
Ball controlled in the back now by Monterrey. We're waiting for our first opportunity of the game as we're in the 6th minute. 0-0 here at the Cotton Bowl, the 2025 Dallas Cup presented by Coca-Cola, also brought to you by Puma. We enjoyed the Wada Parade, brought to you by Whataburger. If you see the two giant inflatable styrofoam cups behind either goal, they've been taunting us all day. Some space down the right side for Real Madrid. Long ball over the top, and it's just going to skip out of play. Just ran out of room on that one, but
Cotton Bowl field, always known for being one of the best surfaces around. No different today. It's played great for the first 2 matches, and expect the same tonight. It's gotten a little sticky here and there because they're not watering it between the games, but if it's just a little bit sticky, it's not going to bother the players much. Mostly what they want is just a good surface, and they certainly got it at the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pitch down there, and increasingly the field is covered by sun. I'd say about shade. It's about 2/3 covered now. And as Steve mentioned, we have seen maybe fatigue play a role in the first couple of games, as the entire field was set purely in the sunshine as a foul is committed.
Luis Ortiz calling for the foul there. It was Carlos Diaz that wiggled away from him there on the left side. Sloppy.
Restart was sloppy from Real Madrid, and it's taken away from them by Rayados, but it's a cagey affair at the moment where neither team is really able to get too much of a foothold in this one. Should be a throw-in for Monterrey. It'll be taken by Derek Hernandez. Monterrey controls on the right side.
Nice defending there from Ferranseco.
Long ball forward by Madrid, taken away, and now Monterrey tries to control, but it'll be Real Madrid that comes away with possession. Driving now is Pablo Montero, turns and plays it back to his right back. And a loose pass in the back, almost taken away. That was a dangerous moment there. Real Madrid just a little soft on the pass back to the keeper. Monterrey not able to take advantage just yet. They move forward now, attempting to play the ball through the midfield. Diagonal ball over to the right now, and able to run onto it is Derek Hernandez. Right back for Monterrey, able to try to slip through two Real Madrid players, not able to come off. Now Real Madrid goes the other way.
Ruben Martinez, left side of the attacker for Real Madrid, seen him on the ball quite a bit already.
Foul is called in the middle. First time we've mentioned the name of Steven Madrigal, our Costa Rican referee today. Real Madrid get us back underway. Long ball. Not able to find its target, but it's picked up again by Real Madrid. And a lot of this game just being played in the 20 yards on either side of midfield right now. It's Ruben Martinez again. Dribbling into the center, finding another attacking player for Real Madrid. Out to Diaz. Diaz with the looping cross. It's going to go over the net and out of play for a goal kick for Monterrey.
Yeah, Martinez looks like a little bit of a live wire over there. And that time he slips a nice ball into Diaz. Diaz just obviously didn't hit the cross the way he wanted. A nice little angled ball into one of the front runners for Real Madrid. Just didn't wrap his foot around that cross.
Monterrey in possession once again.
10 minutes in, neither team really being able to dominate, but Real Madrid a little bit more of the game played in their attacking half.
I think you're right, Steve. Both teams just kind of rolling out in a pretty standard 4-4-2 most of the time from what I can see. Real Madrid were certainly defending in a 4-4-2 just now. Coche with the throw-in now, looking for a teammate. Tries to get it forward to Diaz. It's intercepted by Monterrey, and it'll be another throw-in. About the same spot for Real Madrid. Throw-in goes forward to Diaz. Able to turn out of it is Monterrey, but Real Madrid win it back again. Now coming down this left side is Ruben Martinez. He's able to catch up to it before it hits the end line. One-on-one, he's going to try to take on the defender. Tries to go to the end line, but runs out of space pretty quickly.
That's too bad. That was a really nice outlet ball from Fonseca. One of the center backs for Real Madrid picked up a ball and immediately set his team off and flying down the left side on the other side. Ruben Martinez involved a lot in the early going and caught up to it. Tried to take on the defender and just got a little wild and pushed it right out of bounds for a goal kick.
We've had a couple of center backs take center stage in the first two matches of the game, and you wonder, Fonseca is a name we've already said a couple of times so far this match. You wonder who's going to be the standout player. Anytime you begin a match, you wonder, okay, who are the main characters going to be? And Fonseca so far for Real Madrid is someone standing out.
On the ball right now.
Nice pass forward, finding Diaz. Out to Martinez. Cabero makes the pass forward, and now over on the right side, Real Madrid has it. First time cross in. It's going to be blocked out for a corner kick, our first corner kick of the match.
Tyler, looks to me like in the 4-4-2 setup by Real Madrid, it's Diaz and Munoz, Carlos Munoz, number 9, that start out up high, and then Diaz drops in a little bit, and Munoz takes a little higher position. Maybe turns into a little bit more of a 4-2-3-1 when they have the ball.
I think you're right about that. In swinging across, goalkeeper comes for it and misses it, but Real Madrid not able to connect at the back post. But that's as close as we've seen either team come so far to creating a dangerous moment here in the 13th minute.
Yeah, I don't really have anybody with a shot yet. As you said a while ago, a lot of the games just sort of played in the first 20 yards inside the attacking half for Real Madrid. Riada's really not able to put together much just yet.
much different pace to the game than what we saw earlier, but Rayados not able to control possession. Real Madrid wins it back.
Well, Newcastle a while ago against Sao Paulo just couldn't handle the press at all. It looks to me like Real Madrid and maybe Rayados too are a little bit more technical.
Diaz with a nice ball over the top. Running onto it now is Carlos Munoz. He is able to, nope, referee decides no.
Yeah, the referee's assistant over there spotted that, and I think he's right. We got a good vantage point up here. We're way up high, but even from here, it looked like that ball was crossed over the end line.
So nearly 14 minutes gone here in this one. We appreciate you for joining us here for the 2025 Dallas Cup. This is the Gordon Jago Supergroup. These are U19 players here from Monterrey and Real Madrid. Real Madrid winning it along their back line. Monterrey scrapping for it. It's going to be cleared out by Real Madrid for a throw here on the near side for Monterrey.
So you're right. This is the feature match here, the Cotton Bowl, the historic Cotton Bowl. But you know, all across all age divisions, boys and girls. 6 teams played at the Cotton Bowl today, Tyler, but 444 teams spread out all across the North Texas area, up at Toyota Soccer Center, and to Ross Stewart Complex that they're using this year, Richland College, MoneyGram Park.
Foul called there as it looked like Monterrey had gotten on the break, but number 14 for Real Madrid, Diego Lacosta, went down under a little bit of pressure, and referee calls it back. Real Madrid tries to start quickly, and Steven Madrigal once again not happy with that, and so.
Well, I think he was trying to have a word with one of the Rayados players that was sort of chirping at him a little bit, and you know, the players see that in the pros, and you know they're almost pros at this point themselves, but the referee's not as tolerant in the youth tournaments.
Real Madrid with a cross from the right side, going to come all the way over. Not corralled by Real Madrid, but it'll be a throw-in for Monterrey. And you know, we've mentioned the officiating in the first 2 games, but only from the standpoint of it's a point of emphasis and pride for the Dallas Cup. They have professional referees, and this is really a well-officiated tournament.
You end up with CONCACAF referees like we saw in the last match. And there are FIFA referees at this one, at the tournament, that is.
In fact, between 2018 and 2025, over 85 FIFA certified referees have officiated at Dallas Cup. Ball's in the back now with Real Madrid. It's Luis Paulo. Given away in the midfield, though, by Real Madrid. And there's a counter opportunity here for Monterrey if they take it. But first pass is blocked out by Javier Cabrero.
Monterrey just started to push their lines up a little higher now, and that means the turnovers, when they do come, are going to be providing a little bit better opportunity for Rayados to get out of their end and maybe get something going on the attack. Nothing at all so far to challenge Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Down the left side now for Rayados. Pushing towards that end line. Cuts back. Cuts back once again. And another cutback. Gets a little space. Cross comes into the box. Tried to be brought down. Unable to do so. Real Madrid wins the defensive header. Now Real Madrid trying to break out, but it's Rayados get possession once again. Ball comes forward. And another opportunity to cross now for Monterrey if they're able to get onto it. Cross comes in. And a nice defensive movement there for Real Madrid, able to clear.
Yeah, easily the best mobile attack so far in the 18th minute. Took that long for Rayados to really ask a couple of questions to that back line for Real Madrid.
Both teams kind of easing their way into this one, maybe just feeling out the opponent a little bit more. And as you mentioned, maybe Rayados feeling a little bit more adventurous at this point in the match than they were in those first 15 or so minutes. Big challenge in the midfield by Diego Lacosta. Nothing from the referee. Rayados continue on the attack. Ball comes forward. Goalkeeper has to come out. There's a little bit of a collision between attacking player from Monterrey and Real Madrid goalkeeper Aaron Gomez. In the end, Gomez is able to collect the ball, and he's remained down on the turf after that collision.
Yeah, I mentioned a second ago, Aaron Gomez hasn't had much to do. Well, he had to be quick and clever in that one. There's a really nice little outside of the foot, nicely weighted pass there. And 2 players from Rayados looking to get on the backside of it. Gomez comes out. It looks like he got stepped on as he collected that ball in traffic.
Stephen Madrigal just having a word with Diego Lacosta, number 14 for Real Madrid, who
rough tackle a minute ago.
Yeah. I didn't see Madrigal indicate that he was playing advantage, but
he did. I actually saw him. He was telling the players from Rayados that were chirping at him.
Yeah.
He was pointing to the left side, saying, "You've got the ball and you're on the run. You don't want me to blow the whistle right now, son."
It's good officiating.
Yeah.
But no card given in this particular case. Real Madrid playing the ball out of the back. They earned themselves a throw-in. Throwing comes to the middle of the pitch. It's Diaz.
Rayados moving their lines up. Even just a few yards has helped to get them back, get them in the game.
A dangerous pass towards the back line, and what's Stephen Madrigal going to call here? This is definitely a foul and a yellow card for center back Luis Paulo. That was very close to a one-on-one situation in a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you see there, Steve?
No, it really was. We'll have to look at it again, but what referees are having to assess very quickly in real time is, distance, direction, and the distance is pretty close there. Direction is he's going in on goal, but what kind of cover is around there? It looks like Madrigal has decided there was just enough cover there that he's only going to show yellow, but either way, it's going to give Monterrey a good opportunity to hit a free kick at about probably about 24 yards, and you could pick much better place. You don't really always want these dead center. Maybe you want them offset a little bit. You want them right at the top of the D or a little bit beyond, and it looks like now maybe he's going to pull it back a little bit further.
Yeah, so it looks maybe 27, 28 yards
well,
out.
He's got a lot of people willing to help him out with the spot of the ball on both sides, Tyler.
Yeah,
so.
He's not short on opinions on where this ball should end up, and what he should have called probably in that instance.
It's still a good spot to hit a free kick, although maybe not quite as favorable as you move that ball back 6 or 7 yards.
Real Madrid lining up with a 4-man wall with the now customary man laying down to make sure that nothing sneaks underneath the wall. Two attackers standing over this free kick, which again is right of center and about 28 yards from the inline. It's going to be a left-footed strike that hits the wall and is repelled all the way back across midfield.
Yeah, Luis Ortiz on the free kick and didn't hit that one the way he would have liked.
Big switching ball over to the left side for Rayados. Really nice pass. So they're able to find a little bit of space, but taken away. Real Madrid can go the other direction now with Munoz. Play back, and now Cabrero plays it over to the left side. Martinez attacks from there. Martinez, nice ball back into the middle.
A terrific job by Rayados of getting a lot of players back behind the ball quickly.
Ruben Martinez trying to progress for Real Madrid, and it's going to be a throw-in now here on the near side.
I believe it's going to. Yep, I thought maybe it was a free kick, but you're right, just a throw-in.
Questioned it myself. Coche with the throw-in. It's won by Martinez. Martinez with the cross into the middle. Rayados first to that cross. And the clearance is going to be controlled by Rayados, at least momentarily. A little counterattack here now. As Monterrey gets going the opposite direction, they pull it back. Reorganize themselves. Diego Chavira misplays that ball from Monterrey, and now Munoz goes the other direction. Running it down is Diaz. Tries to sneak around a defender, and another hard challenge there. It's number 291, Diego Chavira, center back for Monterrey. Gets a little contact on Diaz, and believe once again that's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid.
Diaz does a good job of just keeping that ball in, and then They cleared out pretty good. Just a throw in, though, as you said.
Once again, it's Ariel Ngoche with the throw in. Finds Martinez, plays it into the middle. Ball goes out to the right side for Real Madrid now. Putting across the top of the box onto his left foot, but it's taken away by Monterrey, and they'll go the other direction once again. Nice little solo effort over there on the left side for Monterrey. And Madrigal's going to pull it back and award a free kick for Monterrey for the efforts. About to enter the 25th minute of action here. No score between Monterrey and Real Madrid. Still waiting for our first really big golden chance here between these two sides, who appear really evenly matched at this point.
Sort of thought we had it there on the free kick, but Luis Ortiz not hitting that one with a lot of accuracy.
Long diagonal ball for Real Madrid. Looking for Ruben Martinez, who hadn't made the run. So it's picked up by Oscar Contreras, goalkeeper for Monterrey. He'll restart. Real Madrid looking for more big diagonal, kind of switching passes so far in this one. Given away in the midfield by Monterrey. Real Madrid goes the other direction. Diaz looking for options. Pass to Martinez is cut out, and Coche collects and plays it back to his back line. Ferran Seco playing it across to his center back partner, Luis Paulo, who's on the yellow card. Committed the foul that led to the free kick that Steve mentioned earlier. Real Madrid goalkeeper under a little bit of duress. Not able to find an orange shirt, but that pass was deflected. It'll go out for a Real Madrid throw-in. $20 minutes remaining here in this first half of action. Again, no score between Real Madrid and Monterrey. Throw-in coming for Real Madrid. Aimed towards Munoz. Header one down. Martinez, Lacosta, number 14 for Real Madrid, was in possession, but Rayados quick to win it back. Their clearance goes as far as Nkoche. Now Martinez playing it into the middle to Diaz. Plays it out to Nkoche on the left.
Nkoche's been busy getting up and down that left side so far.
Seco back to Paulo. Pass looking for the right side, taken away once again by Monterrey. Battle for it in the midfield. A little bit of a scrum ensues. And Madrigal's going to take us the other way, and it'll be a free kick for Monterrey. Rayados once again on the ball. The customary blue and white, with the 3-digit numbers for the youth teams. Carried in the midfield by Jose Urias. And the long diagonal not able to find its target again. It's been a windy day, and you wonder if some of these are just slightly misjudged because of how breezy it is here in Dallas today, and both teams seemingly struggling with some of these big switching and diagonal balls.
Yeah, and actually the wind, I think it settled down a little bit from what it was this afternoon, but still sort of swirling around out there. It's, every time I look at the corner flags, one is going one way and one is going the other way.
That's right. Foul called here by Steven Madrigal, and so it'll be free kick for Real Madrid.
Real Madrid with enough possession as we get into almost half an hour here, but really haven't done anything to threaten goals so far.
No, and as you mentioned a minute ago, Steve, the best opportunity probably coming from that free kick for Monterrey that was fired straight into the wall from about 25 to 30 yards out. And so
we'll see what Diaz can do with this free kick. It's quite a distance, though.
Diaz chips it forward. Free runner on the near post, able to be brought down by Munoz. He plays it back out to Martinez. Martinez looking for an opportunity, crosses with the right, finds the head of a Real Madrid player, but it's headed over the bar. Referee Steven Madrigal giving the goal kick in this situation. It was a nice little attacking move there from Real Madrid, able to get a free and clear cross into the box that time, and just not able to find a target.
Yeah, center back Luis Paulo there with really the first attempt on goal, and of course he didn't really get much purchase on it. Goes well high.
Monterrey wins it in midfield. Real Madrid able to head it back down and forward, but it's once again Monterrey on the ball. Moments of skill here and there from the Monterrey players. It's just fun to watch and really exciting to watch these young players as they take stock of their talents and their skills against a similarly balanced and talented team. Ball finds Jose Urias, who tries to play a pass over to the right side, doesn't find its intended target.
Well, you mentioned the word cagey a while ago. I think both teams being pretty cautious, being careful with the ball, not trying to make a big mistake. You know, the thing is, with the super group, you know, there's 12 teams, and they don't have any quarterfinals, so once they get through bracket play.
Ball in the box here for Rayados, cleared away by Real Madrid.
So 8 teams get eliminated. Only a third of the teams actually go into elimination play. They go right into semifinals on Friday night after the games. After the games on the early games here. This is one more time. It's what joy that Real Madrid has had. It's mostly come down the right side, down the left side through Ruben Martinez. That time showing some good speed there as he makes up 5 or 6 yards on the Monterrey defender there, and then gets taken down and draws a yellow card. So that's going to be Derek Hernandez. He's got to carry that yellow card with him for the better part of an hour now.
And you're right, it really has been a lot of Ruben Martinez down this left side for Real Madrid.
And that's not good news at all for Derek Hernandez, because now you've got to deal with him and you have a yellow card.
So a set piece opportunity here for Real Madrid. They haven't made the most of their chances so far, but best chance of the game came off of their previous set piece. It appears that Diaz is going to take this one also. Be an in-swinger with his right foot. Ruben Martinez is in the vicinity as well if Diaz elects to take it short. A lot of pushing in the box. A lot of physicality in there. Diaz with a chipped ball. Goalkeeper comes for it, not able to get it to it. A volley from just on the edge of the box gets blocked, and it's cleared away. Real Madrid back in possession. Francisco Javier playing the ball forward. That's going to be out of play, but another foul. And another yellow card issued to a Rayados player. This one, it appears to be to Omar Galvez.
Yellow card has been issued to Monterrey player number 187, Omar Alejandro Galvez, in the 33rd minute.
So it's the 33rd minute. 2 yellow cards have been issued in the last several minutes to Monterrey players. As we haven't had the maybe quality scoring chances, but we are getting a little bit chippy and physical in this one, Steve.
Yeah, we also haven't had a hydration break, so I guess they're not going to take one here. You know, because again, they measure the temperature on the field and measure the humidity. We did have one in the first game earlier this afternoon. Did have one as the super group, the first super group feature match played in the middle of the afternoon heat. Now it's the temperature's dropped a little bit in the shade, so no hydration. Looks like everybody's up and okay, and now 2 players for Monterrey with the yellow cards.
Real Madrid in possession. Finding Diaz, who, as Steve mentioned, seems to be the one dropping back into that pocket of space in front of the midfield and trying to offer that conduit into the attacking third for Real Madrid. Doesn't come off this time, and Monterrey escapes and goes the other direction.
So it was about 10 or 12 minutes of Real Madrid with most of the ball. Riadas found ways in until about the 22nd minute, and since then, looks like Real Madrid's taken the initiative back. So good ebb and flow to it.
Has a really nice pace to it. Munoz from Real Madrid trying to harass Riados' back line a little bit, trying to find a turnover. You wonder if this is going to be a game where the team that makes the big mistake is the one that ends up dropping the points, or if there's a moment of brilliance from either team in it.
Yeah, I haven't really seen either team looking nervy. Mostly right now, this game is just a game of duels in the midfield. But, you know, you can win a lot of duels, and if you can't turn possession into much, and so far I've got a combined 3 shots by both teams and nothing really dangerous. So I would just say the team that maybe can bring somebody on in the second half and can find one thing that works. I would say that so far Real Madrid has found a little bit of success going down the left side through sort of combining Diaz and Ruben Martinez. Diaz sort of dropping in and tilting positions left. But that's about the only thing that either team has had going.
Jose Urias playing the ball across the formation for Riados, cutting inside on his left foot. Slicing ball, trying to get inside the box. Ping-pongs back and forth, but
nice read there from Luis Paulo, one of the center backs for Real Madrid.
Luis Paulo carrying the yellow card, but a really nice read there. And it gets played back to Contreras, goalkeeper for Rayados.
You know, Paolo Maldini was one of the best defenders in the history of the world, and you know, he talks about reading the game, and he says, if I have to make your tackle, I've already made a mistake. Nice composed work there from Luis Paulo.
Yeah, the center back pairing for Real Madrid seems to be a real strength for this squad. Playing it right up the middle of the pitch, and it finds Diaz right across midfield. He finds Ruben Martinez. Again, Martinez has been the danger man for Real Madrid so far. Tries to cut back. Well played there by Rayados. Really nice defensive action from Sebastian Hernandez.
Yeah, the key there is they got their second man over very quickly to deal with Martinez.
Real Madrid keeping possession. Long ball forward. Munoz was in an offside position. That's going to go all the way back to Contreras. 37 minutes gone in this one. Still 0-0 between Monterrey and Real Madrid. We have a Real Madrid player down on the field right now. I believe that's Diaz.
It's Diaz, yeah, and he doesn't look happy. I think what he does is he turns around and he gave a little signal to the bench that said, so they gave him a little signal like, I might have to come out, and then he just sat down on the field. That's gonna hurt Real Madrid. So this will turn into your unofficial hydration break as they give Diaz a little treatment on the field. So I'll tell you again, I started to say this a while ago, 12 teams in the super group. 4 will advance they'll just skip the quarterfinals in the Super Group, as they traditionally do. They go right into Friday night semifinals. So these two teams, both teams in action again tomorrow. Real Madrid is going to play the Dallas Texans, ECL Academy. Rayados, they get Michelin, last year's 2 years ago winners out of Denmark. And then both these teams play Wednesday again. Rayados plays the Dallas Texans, and Real Madrid faces Michelin.
Real Madrid and Midland 2023 semifinal matchup that saw Michelin win that one and then go on to play in the final that year.
As I recall that one, Rayados with a very strong performance, and Michelin just sort of grinding out a result and doing what they could at the end to go through, but I believe Rayados very good that day. Rayados still looking for their one of the most decorated clubs out of Monterrey, but still looking for their first Super Group title. Since 2015, they've gotten to the final twice and just can't get over the hump.
Steve, you were right. Diaz is going to have to come out of this one, and replacing him now is going to be number 6, Ignacio Gascon.
Leading the match is number 10, Carlos Javier Diaz. Entering the match, number 6, Ignacio Gascon.
So we'll see what kind of a blow that is to Real Madrid. A lot of the play going forward was aimed towards Diaz, who wore number 10 for Real Madrid. Breaking now, Madrid cutting through the midfield. Ball played over to Ruben Martinez, and he's able to open up a shot, and it's deflected. And first really nice save necessary there from goalkeeper Oscar Contreras from Monterrey to keep this one at 0-0.
Well, you know, I'm not 100% sure that was a shot. He might have been trying to play that ball across Martinez. I think he was trying to play it into the back post and takes a little deflection there and requires a save there from Monterrey's goalkeeper, who was sharp in the moment.
Madrid once again on the attack. Gascon gets his first touch. And now it's over on the right side of the box. Cross comes in, deflected by Monterrey. It'll be the second corner of the match for Real Madrid.
Good counter press there. And a couple of good touches already from the player that just came in, Ignacio Gascon. Gets his team into the attack very quickly after that turnover, eventually earning a corner kick.
Corner to be taken by Real Madrid. Be a right-footed outswinger. Played to the top of the 6-yard box. Bounces around a little bit, and Goche tries to get a touch on it. It's eventually brought down by Paulo. Played back out. Monterrey not able to get a touch on it. Almost a dangerous coming together, but in the end it's Real Madrid, and once again they scamper away on the attack. Cross comes into the box. Munoz leaves it right at the penalty spot. It comes to Gascon on the left side of the box, whose shot gets blocked.
Not sure what Munoz is thinking there.
Ooh.
I mean, I think he overthought it. He's got a really good opportunity to put something on goal at about 12 or 14 yards, and he just defers.
Ball coming back in once again. Cross makes it all the way through the box and out for a throw-in for Monterrey. But you're right, Steve. Munoz, maybe with the chance of the tournament that he, the chance of the game, and he dummies it, and just no one on the other side to really connect with it in a good spot for Real Madrid. Back in play now for Monterrey, but header one at the back.
So Real Madrid putting together a couple of half chances here toward the end of the first half, but still not really able to get that close to goal. That deflected shot from Martinez, as close as I think they've come to score. Either team.
It was the first truly dangerous attack to come down that right side for Real Madrid. Most everything else had come through Ruben Martinez down the left. Munoz carrying away for Real Madrid, trying to get around the corner, gets pulled down from behind. And it's going to be a free kick from just outside the box.
The Real Madrid players are lobbying, saying that the actual foul was inside, and I don't know, they may have a case. As Munoz gets away there.
Ooh. The foul maybe started outside of the box, but it was very much completed and finished within it.
It's Diego Chavira on the foul. And you know, and the Monterrey players, they have a point in saying, I'm sorry, the Real Madrid players, in saying it should at least be a yellow card, and it is now in Chavira.
It's now a good chunk of the back line for Rayados on yellow card watch here.
He joins Galvez, Hernandez now on yellow cards. So the half is going to end here pretty quick. We'll probably have a couple minutes of added time, but it's a good chance from just outside the penalty area, about, what do you say, about 7 yards off the end line.
Yeah. If you extend the 6-yard box all the way across, it's really close, probably 6 or 7 yards from the end line.
Yep.
You've got the right foot of Ruben Martinez alongside the left foot of Pablo Montero standing over this. We'll see who elects to take it. It's going to be Montero, chips it into the box. Header right on the edge of the 6, and it's deflected over, and it'll be a corner kick for Real Madrid. That looked on goal.
I think it was Montero that got the header. Nope, I'm sorry, it was Montero on the service.
There's a really good opportunity there for Real Madrid. They're giving a goal kick here. I thought that was a corner kick for sure. Just getting another look at that, and boy, that was a golden opportunity for Real Madrid. Off the restart, Real Madrid able to win possession. Foul is going to be called, though, as a little bit too aggressive there in the tackle. Was number 14, Lacosta.
A yellow card was issued to Monterrey player number 291, Diego Armando Javira.
I didn't catch the number on the added time.
I did not either, so we're going to fly blind for the next minute or so as Monterrey carries it forward, chips it towards that back line, quickly off of his line. It's the first time we've mentioned Aaron Gomez in quite a bit of time here in the first half. It was 3 minutes of added time. We're about a minute and a half through that now, and so about 90 seconds remaining. Real Madrid once again trying to punch through that Monterrey back line. Brought down by Lacosta, looking to try to get it over to the left to Martinez once again. He gets sandwiched between two Rayados players and draws a foul. So it'll be a free kick here late in the first half. Real Madrid once again tries to take it quickly. Steven Madrigal pulls it back, and we're going to set this one up for what figures to be some of the last action of the first half.
I like the Costa Rican referee right now. He's starting to see a little bit more gamesmanship creep in. He's trying to warn the players off of that stuff.
And Coche with a cross into the box, gets it into the 6, but it's cleared away by Monterrey, and it'll be the third corner of the match for Real Madrid.
I would say over the last 15 minutes, Real Madrid really started to press and ask more and more questions of the Rayados midfield and back line. They've really moved the game down into the Rayados end. This we still got about 60 seconds left in the added time.
So Real Madrid looking to take their third corner of the match. It'll be Pablo Montero to take this with the left foot. Be an outswinger. Floated into the box. Only Monterrey on the end of that one. Gascon kicks it over his head to try to get it back into the box. It's cleared out once again by Monterrey, but not a great clearance. Real Madrid will have it back in the attacking third quickly. And Coche over on the right side now, leaves it for Gascon. Tries to cut in, lofts a cross in. Not a terribly dangerous area. Real Madrid heads it back into the box once again. Monterrey tries a counterattack, but a little handball there now, and that'll slow things up a bit.
Turned into a lot of scramble defending there in the last 5 minutes for Rayados.
Madrigal blows his whistle for the end of the first half of action.
At the end of the first half,
0-0 here at the half between Real Madrid and Monterrey, but Real Madrid putting together a solid little segment there with a little bit more danger, a lot more possession than what we had seen earlier on in the first half. It was a back and forth, pretty cagey affair between these two teams. Steve, how would you sum up that first half of action?
30 minutes was just a lot of contested duels in the midfield, a lot of scrappiness in there. Real Madrid, I think in the last 15 minutes, they started, Martinez really started wearing down the right side of the Monterrey back line. Diaz going out is gonna hurt, although Gascon has come in and has some good touches. So Real Madrid out shooting Monterrey 5-1 right now, but still scoreless.
Still scoreless here at the break after the first 45. We'll be back and talk a little bit more about that first half and bring you the second half of action here in just a moment. But this is the 2025 Dallas Cup presented by Coca-Cola.
I'm super.
Say hello to your natural superpower. 20 grams of protein, only natural ingredients, and zero added sugar. Try Chobani's high-protein Greek yogurt.
Whataburger, bring back our mushroom Swiss burger. I heard corporate said it's never gonna happen.
Corporate here. We had the bandwidth to circle back on this action item, and
we're aligned. Bringing you grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. If synergy like that isn't cool, then we don't know what is. The mushroom Swiss burger is back.
We're bringing back the hits.
What a burger!
It is not the critic who counts, not the one who points out how the strong woman stumbles, or where the doer or deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the woman who is actually in the arena, so that her place shall never be with those cold and timid souls, who knew neither victory nor defeat.
Tyler Kern and Steve Davis here bringing you Dallas Cup action here from the Cotton Bowl 2025 Dallas Cup. It's a privilege to be able to be here for these games with you. Monterrey and Real Madrid 0-0 at the break, but we're going to have a weeks-long ton of games, a ton of action across the city of Dallas, across a number of facilities. We're excited to bring you all the action all week long.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
And oh Lord. Remember me. Remember me.
We thank you for joining us for the 2025 Dallas Cup presented by Coca-Cola. Next summer, the eyes of soccer on a global stage will be on the United States, Mexico, and Canada for the World Cup in 2026. Dallas is going to host more games than any other host city with 9 matches here in the DFW area. We are looking forward to bringing you all of that action and to having the eyes of the soccer world on us here in the Metroplex.
to your natural superpower. 20 grams of protein, only natural ingredients, and zero added sugar. Try Chobani's high-protein Greek yogurt.
I'm so hungry I could eat all the tires off this bus.
When you're on the road, there's a lot of late nights. A lot of early mornings.
Not supposed to say that.
A lot of honey butter chicken biscuits. You hear my belly growling?
Yep. I'm gonna need one of those right now.
And a lot of good times with my band.
What a burger.
Team.
It happened. We got the house! We did! 2,000 miles away.
We do long distance moves every day.
With Pods, you don't have to worry about the driving, and that's not all.
Need extra help loading?
Yes.
We got this.
Also might want
more time. We're flexible.
Flexible means you can keep your container longer or store with us. Then we deliver it to your home, across town or across the country.
We made it.
Yeah, you did!
Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
The 2025 Dallas Cup action brought to you by Coca-Cola. I'm Tyler Kern, joined by Steve Davis here from the historic Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas, Texas on a beautiful spring evening. It was a warm day that's turned into a really nice night, and we have a good game on our hands, Steve.
Yeah, we do. I think the Monterrey team, the team out of Monterrey, Rayados, are going to have to find something that works to get them going through the midfield and into the attacking third with a little bit more regularity, because right now, aside from a couple of dribbling moves down the left side and one free kick that was banged into the wall, they really haven't had much. Meanwhile, Real Madrid's missing that final pass right now, but they're having some joy down the left side from Ruben Martinez. So if you're Real Madrid, you're pretty comfortable. If you're Rayados, you understand that you've got to do a little bit more if you want to come away from this one with 3 points. And Tyler, the thing is, like in group play, especially when there's not much room for error in group play, because only the top team of the foursome is guaranteed a spot into the semifinals. You understand that getting a result out of your first game allows you to sort of control the group. That's it's the most important game probably.
Yeah, and it's been a cagey affair in that first half. And Steve, you're right. You mentioned that Real Madrid really found the majority of their joy down that left side with Ruben Martinez. They lost their captain in that first half. Carlos Diaz goes down with an injury. Ignacio Gascon comes on to replace him. And Real Madrid didn't really miss a beat after that, pouring on the majority of their pressure and their chances in the last 10 minutes of that first half of action. And teams are coming back out from the tunnel, and we'll get back underway here shortly. But it's going to be a full week of action around Dallas-Fort Worth, with these teams playing again tomorrow, and not a whole lot of rest for these youngsters as they take on a pretty challenging schedule here for the rest of the week.
Yeah, so tomorrow, if you want to get out and see these games, and the games out at the fields, they're all free. So you want to go see Monterrey play tomorrow at 4 o'clock against the team out of Denmark, a very good team, FC Midtjylland. That's out at MoneyGram Park. If you want to see Real Madrid tomorrow, they're also playing at 4 p.m. They're going to be playing against the Dallas Texans. That's out at Richland College. The teams are off on Tuesday, and after two tough games, they're going to need that day off. But they're back in action Wednesday. The team from Mexico, Rayados from Monterrey, they'll be playing the Dallas Texans. That's at MoneyGram Park at 4 p.m. And Midtjylland will be playing Real Madrid at 6 p.m. that day. That's Wednesday out at Toyota Soccer Center. That's field number 4. So that's one of the fields close into the stadium there. So that's where these teams are playing Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday off. Weather looks great all week. There's 450 teams across all the age divisions, boys and girls, playing in the Dallas Cup. So games at Richland, the games at MoneyGram, the games at Ross Stewart Complex, and the games at which one did I miss there? The games at Toyota Soccer Center.
That's right.
All free out there.
Over 110,000 fans attend the Dallas Cup matches each year. It's a really wonderful event. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, try to get out to a game this week. If you're not, thanks for joining us. However you're watching us, listening to us from around the world, we appreciate you. Real Madrid going to get us started here in the second half.
Apparently with an onside kick. We've got everybody lined up left, looking for the 10-yard progress of the ball.
It's all about putting a lot of spin on it. Oh, nope, they elected to go back. Real Madrid gets us started here in the second half. 45 more minutes of action here from the Cotton Bowl, wrapping up a really, really wonderful day here of Dallas Cup action. It was a physical first half, and the second half looking equally physical here early on. Misplayed pass into the midfield. Monterrey goes the other direction with it. Ruben Martinez coming back with a hard defensive effort.
And playing a very dangerous ball back into his own penalty area. And you said a while ago that the game might come down to a mistake. I didn't really see either teams looking nervy, but that time Ruben Martinez showing us why he's an attacker, maybe not a defender.
If you play a pass that makes Steve Davis throw both of his hands up in amazement, you've done something, either really good or really, really puzzling.
There's no lie there.
Monterrey with the ball forward. The header going to be won by Real Madrid. Munoz not able to get onto the end of it. Monterrey with a chipped pass forward, perhaps to a player in an offside position. Didn't get a chance to see whether or not the flag would have gone up. Monterrey controlling near midfield.
Good aggressive starting position there from Aaron Gomez. So when that ball comes through, he's really in a good spot. There's no panic. He's just nice and calm and composed as he comes out to clear that one a few steps outside his penalty area.
It'll be a throw in for Real Madrid. Right back Francisco Javier. Throw in taken away by Monterrey. Now they look to attack down the left side. Pass forward, and again, it's the center backs for Real Madrid that have really been one of the stalwarts of this team. Now they launch a counterattack. Gascon with the ball forward. Looking for La Costa. It's going to be cleared out over to the left side. But Ruben Martinez will go collect for a throw-in.
I remember back line, half the back line carrying yellow cards. Xavier and Hernandez carrying yellow cards from Monterrey.
Ball forward just to the edge of the box. La Costa has it there. Tries to poke a ball forward, looking for Ruben Martinez. Not able to get onto the end of it. Pass forward for Monterrey, misjudged by Nkoche, and now it can go the other way for Monterrey. A nice turn at midfield. And once again, scampering away. It's going to be an opportunity for Monterrey. Shot flashes across the 6-yard box. Not sure if he was trying to shoot across there. It looked to me like a shot. Doesn't end up troubling the keeper in the end, but probably the biggest moment of danger created by Rayados.
Yeah, I'd say easily in the 48th minute. It took him 48 minutes to really sort of trouble the goalkeeper there, although in the end he didn't need to make a save.
Gascon giving it away. It's right in the middle of the penalty area. Shot from Rayados, and it's another opportunity, but this one repelled by Aaron Gomez of Real Madrid. Mistake there by Real Madrid, trying to play the ball out of the back. Almost led to disaster.
The team is very careful with the ball in the first half, giving up nothing. Suddenly not looking good at all. That was Gascon that just didn't have enough awareness of what was going on over his right shoulder. As he received the ball, just a nice simple pass for goalkeeper Gomez.
That's Ruben Martinez once again over on the left side again. Creator of the majority of the damage in this one for Real Madrid.
But you know, Rayados just does such a good job of getting the second, sometimes even the third defender over there to deal with him.
Given away in the midfield now by Real Madrid. It's Rayados going the other direction. But Francisco Javier able to win the ball back for Real Madrid. Makes a nice move to create a little space and finds one of the center backs in the middle of the field.
Nice job there by Javier. If you give up the ball, you really need to work hard to get it back, and he did.
Taken down the right side by Montero. Into the box, cutting onto his left foot, looking for a shot. Looked like it took a little deflection. Not given by Madrigal, so it'll be a goal kick, but opportunity there. Cutting in on the left foot for Pablo Montero. Looking for that near post, just not able to get it inside the post and find the back of the net in this case.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job there, setting up 2 defenders, not just one, but then trying to slip that ball into the near post. All of that started on a nice little dribble out of the back from Ferranseco.
Brought down once again, this time by Munoz for Real Madrid, looking for a passing opportunity, not able to find one, gives it away. Now Monterrey able to regain possession. Subs warming up for both teams. Haven't seen any changes just as of yet. Lacosta trying to dribble his way through midfield. Gets clipped and a foul is going to be called. Steve, as you mentioned, Rayados frequently rolling a second defender over anytime Ruben Martinez gets on the ball now. Trying to do that quickly to limit the damage he can create. Switching ball, though, able to find the other side of the field. But Rayados able to win a ball at the top of the box.
I'm not sure that was a smart foul. That's Montero, the guy that set up the left-footed shot a minute ago. I don't really think he needed to reach out, and I think the counterattack wasn't that dangerous. A little bit of a soft, I don't know, what do you think? A little bit of a soft yellow card.
I thought that was
it's a foul, but
yeah. For a game that's been as physical and cagey as this one, I don't know that a small grab in that case. It's not like Rayados were breaking away on a counter-attacking opportunity, but
which is why you really didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
So, you do that, and you sort of you've given the referee an opportunity, and there was no effort to get the ball. So, but we've talked about how this is it's a learning opportunity. These are young men; they're not boys, but they're still learning. They're still learning the craft, still learning the game at a really high level, and maybe that's something you get away with, in the academy leagues, but maybe an international tournament with CONCACAF referees and FIFA referees, you don't get away with that.
These CONCACAF referees, you know they've seen a thing or two.
Nice ball.
Down the left side, and it's Martinez on his right foot, cutting inside, looking for a pass at the top of the box. It finds Lacosta. Back over to the right now, setting up the left-footed shot again. It gets through, and it's a nice save this time by Contreras. That was Montero again, who just received the yellow card and had the shot a moment ago.
The difference that time is that Montero, having just done a couple of defenders on that side, they understand now he wants to go to his left foot. So they're waiting for it.
Still able to sneak the shot through the defender, which made the save from Contreras impressive, although the shot was hit fairly straight at him in that case.
The first 8 minutes of the second half, nice and lively here.
That's right.
3 shots already this half for Real Madrid. Really good opportunity from Monterrey. 2 good opportunities for Monterrey.
We're under the lights here now at the Cotton Bowl, and a giveaway at the back end. That's a grab, and that'll certainly be a yellow card.
Pretty easy. Cabero there.
No, that's Luis Paulo, and that's a red card. That's his second yellow of the match. And in both cases, he kind of caught himself in no man's land and committed fouls that really prevented Rayados from getting loose on the break. And now one of Real Madrid's center backs is sent off for this match, and they're down to 10 men.
In the 54th minute, that's a half hour plus.
How will that change the tenor of this match now, as Real Madrid will have to adjust? 2 subs being made now for Monterrey, who we figure will certainly be going for all 3 points in this one now.
And like I said, it's a really unforgiving format because the four teams, they're good teams, Tyler, in this bracket. I mean, Real Madrid and Michelin, former champion, and Rayados is always hanging around this tournament. Dallas Texans have a good team, so that's, again, it's a learning opportunity for these young players, and Luis Paulo just learned a big lesson. He's got to be careful. You're carrying a yellow card. You just can't do something like that.
Leading the match, number 242.
It looked like he caught himself between two minds in that case and didn't fully commit to the challenge, but in the end got enough of the player in a no man's land kind of situation. And you're right, it's a learning opportunity because that's a big loss in a match like this. It appears that for the time being, Javier Cabero, number 5 for Real Madrid, dropping back into the back line, partnering Ferran Seca.
Cabero was the one a while ago that said he looks in his actions and his movements like a young Busquets. Busquets has had to play a little center back for Miami these days. So.
That's right.
And I'll issue the disclaimer again. I know that comparing Real Madrid players to a Barcelona legend is a little bit of a football faux pas, but here we are.
Here we are. Look, we call him like we see him. Real Madrid winning a header in the middle of the field towards Munoz, but collected pretty easily by Oscar Contreras, goalkeeper for Monterrey.
Well, Monterrey just hasn't found a way to get consistently through, to work out of the midfield and get into the attacking third. So we'll see if now with the added man they can do it. Not the added man, but the man advantage.
Ball forward for Munoz. He's able to find Nkoche on the left side. Long switching ball. It's going to come over to the right side, cutting in on his left foot once again. And like Steve mentioned, defenders are looking for that now from Pablo Montero.
And he's going to have to take advantage of that. He's got to exploit the fact that they're looking for it by chopping that ball up and getting it on his right foot.
That's right. Going to be a throw in here for Monterrey after a tough challenge from Francisco Javier. Right back for Real Madrid. Ball over the top, looking to try to get a runner in behind, not able to be pulled off by Monterrey in this case. Monterrey and Munoz trying to win the ball back for Real Madrid. Tough battle here and really physical play. Foul's going to be called here on Omar Galvez.
Omar Galvez doing a lot of work over there on the dribble, but not really going anywhere.
Not really going anywhere, and that was a physical play from Galvez, who's also on a yellow card. And referees, you know, you don't assume and you don't think that a referee is looking to even things up, but you certainly don't want to give him a reason to bring this down to 10 on 10 if you are a Monterrey player who's on a yellow roll.
Yeah, I never really understand. I never really believed the narrative that, you know, the quote referee is looking to even it up. But what he might do is give you a little less benefit of the doubt.
That's right. Lacosta playing it back. Intercepted, though, by Monterrey along the back line.
Sloppy passing from Nkoche, who I think has had a good game otherwise.
I think you were right. He's been one of the more active Real Madrid players, getting up and down that left side and adding to the attack that Ruben Martinez provides on that left side. He's going to win the header there. Gascon controls now for Real Madrid. Real Madrid down to 10 men after the sending off of Luis Paulo for his second yellow.
But still doing a pretty good job in possession. Haven't really noticed a big difference, to be honest with you. It's only been 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe.
Keeping the game well in control, I would say. Doesn't feel out of control by any means.
Change coming now for both teams. Looks like 250 coming in for Rayados. Number 11 coming in for Real Madrid.
For Real Madrid, that's Jose Reyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a substitution for each team in the 60th minute. Entering the field for Real Madrid is number 11, Jose Antonio Reyes. Leaving the field, number 9, Carlos Munoz Ortiz.
So Munoz night is over. A couple moments here and there, but not a lot of danger from Real Madrid front runner.
Not a lot of danger. I think a lot of activity. Rayados pushing forward now. Good defensive action there by Nkoche. Cutting out that pass. Goes back over to the right side. Nkoche playing catch-up now. Able to get around Nkoche this time. Cut into the box on the edge of the 6. Plays it back. Shot is skied over the bar for Rayados. First time they've really been able to exploit the man advantage.
The shot they've had in about 10 or 12 minutes as well.
So Real Madrid in no hurry to get things moving once again. We have a half hour left of the 90 here in the second half. And it's 0-0 between Real Madrid and Monterrey. Again, battle in the midfield. Won by Monterrey this time. Ball through the back line. Gomez decides not to come out for it for Real Madrid. Poked back to him, and he's able to clear.
Nice burst of speed there from Fadden Seca. I think he's had a nice match. Center back for Real Madrid.
Ball over the top, looking for Ruben Martinez, who's been much quieter here in the second half for Real Madrid. Not able to come off, goes all the way back to the keeper Contreras.
Yeah, looking to get him in early over there before they can add the extra defensive help. But that time the angle ball just wasn't on the right angle.
Into the midfield now for Monterrey. Ball between the lines, nice little pass. Through ball, looking for a Monterrey attacker. He's got a man in the middle. His shot hits the outside of the net and stays out. He had a man waiting on the edge of the 6-yard box. Elected to take it himself.
If you shoot that, you gotta make it.
You gotta make it.
The square ball across is probably the better ball.
It was a golden opportunity for Monterrey in that case. Nkoche with a push from behind, getting it called by Stephen Madrigal for the foul. Kicks the ball away afterwards, and he's going to earn a cheaply earned yellow card, perhaps. Madrigal keeps the card in his pocket. I thought he was moving for it, but in the end, it's just a talking to for Nkoche, which I appreciate from the referee.
Well, I think what happens, it's the opposite of what I said a minute ago. I think you get some benefit of the doubt when you're playing a man down. 18 and 19 now coming in for Real Madrid.
Jorge Martinez and Alfonso Sanz coming in for Real Madrid.
A substitution has occurred for Real Madrid in the 64th minute. Leaving the match, number 7, Pablo Montero Luque. And number
Pablo
2,
Montero coming out. He's on a yellow card for Real Madrid. He leaves this match.
Jorge Martinez. And number 19, Alfonso Romero Sáenz.
Match gets restarted, goes over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for Real Madrid. Francisco Javier also coming out for Real Madrid in that change. He's wearing number 2, the right back.
So you wonder on these changes, you never really know if it's tactical, if it's something that the players are getting tired, or if it's just saving their legs for the next matches coming up. 2 more big matches coming up in the next 3 days.
Ferran Seca with another big clearance along the back line for Real Madrid. No foul given there after a pretty big coming together. Ruben Martinez looking at Madrigal, wondering why no foul is given, but in the end it's a throw in for Monterrey.
So Alfonso Sanz now playing as the high striker. Real Madrid has settled into this 4-4-1. Playing with man down since the 54th minute.
Ball over the top, going to be latched onto by Monterrey. Looking for a cross, but Nkoche once again, really nice defensive effort over there from the left back for Real Madrid.
Quick word there with the referee's assistance, as a couple of Real Madrid players were sure that Monterrey player was in an offside position.
I wondered myself.
I did too.
Upon further inspection, I think just a well-timed run in that case. Attempt to win a free kick unsuccessful by Real Madrid. We're starting to see Monterrey have a bit more of the ball. They've created a couple of dangerous moments here in the last 5 to 10 minutes. Given away there in the middle. Played back to Gomez, and Gomez clears for Real Madrid. Tough battle in the midfield.
I thought both players were giving and getting there.
I saw what you saw.
It was Sanz immediately that went over and gave the player a big bump before received the ball. Two more players coming in now. 16 and 8 for Real Madrid.
It's going to be Bruno Galassi, number 16. Number 8, Marcos Vega Vidia. So more changes from Real Madrid here. I just wonder if they hope to just keep fresh legs and not burn out the 10 players on the pitch as much as possible with 2 more matches this week looming.
Yeah, I think Vidia's going over to play the left side, so I guess it looks like Ruben Martinez.
Again, had a really nice first half. Dancing through the Rayados midfield there was Jose Reyes. It's a nice little movement there from Real Madrid to get into the attacking third. Again, Real Madrid playing down a man.
You really couldn't tell it. Monterrey having a little bit more of the ball, but Madrid doing well in possession when they do corral it.
It was Luis Paulo, center back for Real Madrid, picked up his second yellow card. An opportunity here for Monterrey, but it's going to be stopped for a foul on the edge of the box. Javier Cabero has looked good, in my opinion, for Real Madrid since moving from the midfield to the back line.
He's a good player. It's not a big surprise. He's very calm on the ball. Gets his head up quickly.
You're right. There's a lot of Busquets in his game. Same stature and build. So ball forward here for Real Madrid. Battled and brought down, and it's going to be won by Monterrey. Attempted pass forward is going to be cut out.
I beg your pardon, Martinez is still on the field.
Just playing right back now. Goes from left wing to right back. He does appear to be right-footed and was playing inverted on that left wing, and so.
Yeah, he does appear to have interest in getting up the right field from his right back position. As he's taking off there. They're trying to find him.
I, for one, am not shocked that he's trying to get forward.
That also shows the coach has a lot of trust in him, because he's already played, he's already done a lot of running over there through almost 70 minutes, and now he's going to be running and trying to get up and down on the right side.
He chips the ball forward now for Real Madrid down this right side. It's Reyes there for Real Madrid. Attempted ball through the back line, not able to come off, and once again, it's Contreras getting things restarted for Monterrey.
Delese is one of his first touches. I think he would have been better just trying to slip that ball into the right center channel, into that Man City zone. He had a runner looking for the ball in there.
That's right.
I say that it's easy to see it from up here. when you got Monterrey players closing down and they have an extra player to close down. It's not as easy.
Into the 70th minute. No score here between Monterrey and Real Madrid. Monterrey with the man advantage. Real Madrid received a second yellow card. So they play with 10 men. But still no score. Nice move in the midfield. And foul's going to be called. And a card's going to be shown.
Yeah, and I think that's fair because a couple of cards were issued for delaying counterattacks, and including one that has Real Madrid playing a man down. So the standard's been set. Monterrey players have to recognize that.
All you ask in a game like this is just consistency, and I think that's what we saw.
Yeah, Madrigal's done a good job of it. We mentioned how, because this is a youth tournament, technically, the bar's a little bit lower for calling those fouls. Maybe get away with it in the full pros.
Ball in the corner with Reyes, taking his defender one-on-one. Tries to get to the end line and put a cross in. He does. It's cleared away by Monterrey in this case.
A yellow card has been shown to Monterrey player number 251, Allen Iverson.
Nice dummy there. And now it's Ruben Martinez. Reyes trying to get into the box on the back of his defender, and defender's able to make a nice turn and clear.
I think Reyes can do some damage one-on-one over there, and it's clearly one of the things they're looking for. Try to get him isolated. Maybe a little combination with Martinez on that side. I think that was the tactical change that the Real Madrid coaching staff made when they brought Martinez over from left wing into the right back. Really try to put the pressure on that side.
Ball goes in. This time it's taken away. And a foul is going to be committed by number 19 from Real Madrid. That's Alfonso Sanz. The yellow card a moment ago was issued to Rayados player number 251, Allen Iverson Rojas Garcia. Maybe the best name in the entire tournament.
I don't know, did we have like a Melanie Danger a while ago? Somebody Danger?
Yeah, we did have Danger on the Australian.
Or Maddie Danger or something like that?
Yeah, the Australian schoolgirls team.
That was good.
Allen Iverson, though.
Okay.
It's tough to beat the answer for you 90s NBA fans. Counterattack now for Real Madrid as we move from NBA brain back to the Dallas Cup here at the Cotton Bowl. Caginess in the midfield continues. Foul called on Real Madrid.
You call it cagey. I just call it, I call it good physical hard duels in there.
Sure. Ball here on the left side. It's number 184 from Monterrey, Christian Reyes. Good turn there from Monterrey, and have an opportunity perhaps for a cross into the box towards the end line. It's tricky. Cross comes in, able to be poked away from Real Madrid, doesn't reach it or find a Monterrey player. Monterrey top of the box now. Left-footed shot blocked by Real Madrid. Monterrey coming once again, looking for another opportunity to try to get through that Real Madrid back line, but haven't been able to find it with any regularity so far.
Yeah, they're looking pretty confident. A lot of tricky dribbling a minute ago, but in the end, all the tricky dribbling doesn't help if you don't get the ball across correct.
That's right. Christian Reyes on the ball, moves it down the line, comes into the box. It's poked away from one Rayados player to another. Comes out to Real Madrid, trying to dribble free and find a clear moment. It's able to be cleared by the Real Madrid keeper, Aaron Gomez.
Rayados only in the last 10 or 15 minutes getting the opportunity to spend more time in the attacking half, and through the first 60 minutes of the match, they really weren't needing the final ball. Now they're getting the position to play the final ball, but not able to play it.
75th minute here, foul committed by Monterrey. Still no score between Monterrey and Real Madrid. Like you said, Steve, physical midfield battle here between these two teams. Real Madrid closing a lot of spaces between their lines, not offering a lot in the way of half spaces for Monterrey to try to operate in.
You know, one of the things Real Madrid has done now, they've gone a little bit more direct, and by adding Alfonso Sanz, looks pretty comfortable playing with his back to the goal. So it's given him that option. There's another ball played in his direction.
Looking for Reyes. Reyes heads it towards Sanz. It's able to be cleared out. Ruben Martinez able to win the ball back and play it forward, but not able to be controlled by Reyes. It'll be out for a throw-in for Monterrey. Quarter of an hour left of the 90 in this one. Real Madrid playing with 10 men. Here on a warm night, nice warm spring night here in Dallas, Texas at the historic Cotton Bowl. We appreciate you joining us from wherever you are and however you are joining us. Cotton Bowl is presented, the Dallas Cup is presented by Coca-Cola. A long pass across the formation, under a little bit of pressure here. Monterrey pressing up a little bit higher. The clearance from Aaron Gomez is going to be intercepted by Monterrey. They'll restart things from the back.
You've got a player like Sanz up there. It gives you a little bit of comfort. You know, maybe you don't want to go direct every time, but when you get in a little bit of trouble, like we've seen a couple of times, you know you have the option of going direct. That gives you just a little bit of extra security there.
It's a safety valve in a case like this. Monterrey controlling more of the possession now. More of the play happening in the Real Madrid defensive end of the field. Nice move to sneak through two Madrid defenders, but can't evade the third. And Seco has been so good tonight for Real Madrid. Gives that ball away, but after a nice defensive intervention there. It's been really solid for that Real Madrid back line, especially after his center back partner to start the game was sent off with the second yellow. Monterrey on the ball once again. Long switching pass over to the other side, be able to be brought down. Makes his way through a defender, turns out, gets towards the end line. And Seco once again making the defensive intervention. His clearance is not a far one, comes right back in at the Real Madrid back line. Monterrey fighting for it. Real Madrid able to just scuttle it away and get it back out to midfield.
A little scuff shot there by Monterrey, but I really only count that as their sixth shot of the night. Just not a whole lot to bother goalkeeper Aaron Gomez, although they did have to make a couple of saves early in the second half.
Not too much in the way of real clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. I'd say probably two in this half for Monterrey. Once again, scampering through that back line. Seco over to help out defensively. Knocks him down, but I didn't see much in that challenge. Steven Madrigal didn't either. No foul given. Now Sanz battling for it for Real Madrid. It's going to be brought down in the midfield by Real Madrid. It makes its way out to Reyes on the right wing. Looking to take on his defender 1v1. Second defender making his way over. Reyes able to pull it back, find a midfielder. Long speculative effort gets deflected and blocked by Monterrey, and now they scamper away on the counter. Ball through the back line. Defender stumbling a bit. Monterrey shot, not on target. There's a chance there. Real Madrid defender began stumbling, and now you can see he's still on the floor cramping a bit.
Well, can't catch the number of the Monterrey player that got the shot off, but clearly he didn't want to hit it with his left foot. He wanted the right foot.
Just kind of got anything he could on it, it looked like.
That was Christian Reyes.
He's been active over on the left side and involved in quite a bit for Monterrey here in the second half.
Referee calling for the stretcher, but I don't believe we have one. We had an incident in the last match where they had to call the stretcher out on the field, and there's no stretcher. It was the Dallas fire rescue with their buggy, with their big golf cart.
The left back for Newcastle got to ride shotgun off the field. Was taken around to the tunnel end of the stadium.
Somebody from the operations crew might get a talking to for not having a stretcher team out here.
Not my job. But probably somebody's job. We got another impromptu water break in. As again, it's a warm night. It's not as hot as it was when the sun was out full blast in the afternoon.
Doesn't mean it's 50 degrees out there, though.
No, it does not. For the moment, anyways, Real Madrid playing with 9. So we're 9v11 here in the 81st minute. Still no score. Long ball forward. Riados able to control and trying to take advantage of their 2-man advantage out there right now. Seco goes over to try to help out. Ball towards the end line. It's crossed back into the middle. Real Madrid's going to win that and just clear it back out to midfield. See if Real Madrid can't get a substitution on. But for the moment, they're still 2 men down out there. Riados looking for a goal that would net them all 3 points in this one. We hit the 82nd minute, still no score between Monterrey and Real Madrid. Yeah,
I believe they're out of substitutions.
Oh my goodness, could be right about that. You know, and we saw that for Arsenal yesterday as well. Not in the Dallas Cup in the Premier League, but Jorginho was injured at the end of that game, and Arsenal used all their subs. But
it's Martinez now that was cramping a little bit. He's back on.
Makes sense given the amount that we've seen him run this game.
And I think they've just made another change. I think they're going to put him up top, understanding that if he can't run, they'd rather have him up top than in the back.
So Real Madrid down to 10 men, out of substitutions, and a cramping player.
Not exactly where you want to be.
There are better circumstances. Ball forward from Monterrey. Their attacker was in an offside position. Big sigh of relief for Real Madrid.
But to Real Madrid's credit, Tyler, I haven't really seen evidence. You know, they're knocking some balls forward, clearing them out of danger, but I haven't really seen evidence that they're just closing up shop here and trying to keep this at 0-0. I see Real Madrid players trying to get forward, trying to create something and trying to find a way forward, and they found a little bit as they keep attacking this right side.
They do keep attacking this right side, and you know, like you mentioned, when you have a player up top like Alfonso Sanz, who does appear to be comfortable kind of playing that back to goal, hold up striker kind of role, and then Reyes on the right side, who's been active and
really wanted to take players on one-on-one. He's got the ball now.
That's right. Once again, dribbling, trying to connect this time with Ruben Martinez, player who's previously cramping.
And remember, you know, in the first half, midway through the first half, Real Madrid lost one of the real offensive conduits.
Yeah, Diaz went down injured. Once again, Seco with a really nice defensive action for Real Madrid.
You know, I'm used to calling these Major League Soccer games where there's a real initiative starting last year to cut out the time delay. And a couple of things that today I keep seeing, and I'm sort of missing Major League Soccer's. The way their methodology, you walk away with the ball or you kick it away at all, you're getting a yellow card. It really does help speed up the game because players understand very quickly they just can't do it. We've seen it a few times today.
Absolutely. Happened just there from Monterrey.
You tell me when it's good. It's not auto. It'll recycle in a second.
It's Real Madrid on the ball now, trying to get towards the end line. That one's going to go out. It'll be a throw-in for Monterrey.
I wonder, as we're in the 85th minute now, if Real Madrid will elect just to close down shop at some point.
You wonder. I have been surprised that they haven't done that to this point, but it's been a pleasant surprise. And also just very little panic from the Spanish team.
It's not an auto balance.
More or less got control of things.
I'm having to go through it.
It's interesting, Tyler, because Real Madrid is sort of set up in this 4-4-1 to defend, but as they drop in a little bit more, all of a sudden that four-man back line becomes a 5, it becomes a 5-3-1, and it's just, it's hard once they get 5 guys along that back line, but still 3 in the middle interested in, applying pressure in the right places. It's just not easy to get through there. A couple of times Rayados, just like Monterrey,
mine's at 37,
just like Real Madrid attacking the right side and getting a little bit of success over there, but
there's a knob all the way to the right, but if you look at your viewfinder, it'll tell you what your white
not able to find the final pass.
37.50.
Not really able to attack with the kind of rapidity maybe necessary to disorient the back line for Real Madrid all that much, and they're able to settle in and have looked and felt fairly comfortable even down to 10 men.
Yeah, I think Rayados, what they've got is a lot of really good, hard-working players. I don't know if I see a real creative spark out there. I don't know if I see a real dynamic presence up front. Somebody that can, move players around with his own movement. Somebody that can create a little bit through the middle, combine through the middle, something like that. They've got a couple of good dribblers on the outside, and that's what they have right now. And it's been easy enough to deal with for Real Madrid. That said, Real Madrid has a right to be getting tired out there.
That's right. It's been a good chunk of this second half spent down to 10 men, defending extremely resolutely and still getting forward and keeping their share of possession. As we're down to 4 minutes remaining of the 90.
Yeah, Luis Paulo was ejected on the second yellow card in the 54th minute. So at this moment, more than half an hour spent playing a man down, and now they've just earned a corner kick, and that's just going to chew up a few more seconds, and I think Real Madrid is just fine with that.
Make this happen right here.
Real Madrid definitely taking their time. It's their 4th corner of the match. It'll be taken here by Marcos Vadillo. Right-footed in-swinger here for Real Madrid. Comes towards the back post, and I believe Monterrey player got a touch on it, and it's going to send it out for the 5th corner of the match for Real Madrid. Seco lurking at the back post, the big center back for Real Madrid, who I think has had an outstanding match.
Looks like Vadilla's going to come all the way over from the other side, and he is going to walk his way. He's going to eat up almost another full minute by the time they actually get this one launched into the penalty area.
That's right. No hurry here for Vadillo. Steven Madrigal would like for him to get on with it now, and so this one an outswinger. Oh, and there was a runner there in the box, just whiffed on it. Didn't see which Real Madrid player it was. I believe it was. Who had another bite at the apple on the second corner kick, and I don't think he was really marked running in for that one.
No, he wasn't. It was Seco, and as soon as he missed that ball at the near post, he sort of put his head in his hands, and he knew he had something there.
He knew he had an opportunity. And now Aaron Gomez for Real Madrid taking his time getting up after collecting the ball. Could be said that maybe some of the fans here not appreciating the Real Madrid tactics. Foul here is going to be called on Monterrey.
Monterrey starting to get frustrated out there. They know they've got an opportunity here. They see a little light, a little daylight, a way to really take control of the group, and another little off the ball skirmish now.
And it's another dead ball set piece opportunity for Real Madrid, where more time is going to come off the clock.
You understand the frustration from Rayados. You know, they knew the opportunity was there to really do something in the group and take a big 3 points here, and just haven't been able to do enough so far with the man advantage.
Vadillo over this free kick for Real Madrid. Over on the right side with the right foot. Swings it in towards the back post. Got a little touch. Wait to see who it came off of last. It was Real Madrid, and so it'll be goal kick for Monterrey. They play it out quickly.
I wouldn't say Rayados looking very comfortable defending these set pieces late here.
No, it's been nervy.
That ball dropping into a dangerous spot.
Brian Alanis playing it forward for Rayados, but 30 seconds left of the 95 added minutes here, and so 5.5 minutes left for Rayados to try to find a winner. They've been up a man for 35 minutes.
And honestly, Real Madrid has had just as, they haven't had a big chance, but they've had just as many half chances.
That's right. Real Madrid winning the ball back once again. That's Sans and Reyes on that side for Real Madrid.
Reyes is a good dribbler, but trying to dribble out there was probably the wrong move.
Well, let's some heavy contact go. It's coming down the left side now for Rayados. Not able to get onto it before it goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid's goalkeeper now goes down, perhaps with a cramp. Aaron Gomez. As that ball crossed over the end line, Aaron Gomez went down, felt for his hamstring for a little bit, was stretched out by a teammate, and now is.
I don't know about you, but I never quite buy the goalkeeper cramp. He's not running around very much back there.
It's a hard sell. It's a hard sell, Steve.
I think Madrid's doing a pretty good job of making him get on with it.
Goal kick taken, again, physical. Sans back there, called for the foul on the restart. Rayados playing on. Again, physical in the midfield. Madrigal whistles for the foul, and so
I think Real Madrid doing a really good job here of just being composed in the right places, being physical in the right places, understanding the moment, you know, making sure, doing what they can to maybe snatch the late game winner, but also understanding where to be safe and make sure that they at least get a point out of this one.
About 3.5 minutes remaining here in extra time as Reyes dribbling one-on-one, heading towards the end line. Second defender coming over from Monterrey. Reyes trying to dribble through both of them, able to push it towards the end line. It's shielded there by Monterrey, and they win the free kick. They play it quickly.
Good job by Reyes there. Being a one-man army, trying to keep him in over there against three guys.
Monterrey dribbling forward, ball into the box. But that's just going to fall to Aaron Gomez. And again, Real Madrid nearing 40 minutes playing down a man after a red card, or second yellow. They're about 2 minutes away from seeing this one out and earning a point from it.
You did think that through most of the 11 time, the 55 minutes, that Real Madrid was a slightly better team. Rayados making life hard on Real Madrid, not really giving them much, but maybe marginally the better team with some better chances. Until the early part of the second half, when Real Madrid looked a little nervy, gave the ball away once, and created easily the best opportunity that I can remember for Rayados. Here's a good one.
Coming down that right side once again for Rayados. Twisting, turning, looking for an opportunity to get the ball into the box.
Good tough defending over there by Galoshe.
Oh, man.
It was.
It was. Galoshe ends up getting too much of the attacker, and it's going to be a free kick and a
corner kick, basically.
Yeah, and it's a dangerous spot for Monterrey, and there's not much time left on here in stoppage time. By the time they take this, I think it'll be about a minute left.
No, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be Monterrey's best last chance.
Two attackers over it for Monterrey. line of demarcation set up by Steven Madrigal.
And the more consternation Real Madrid can create right now, it's the less time that Monterrey will have after the free kick.
Here comes the free kick. It's whipped into the box, and it's able to be collected by Aaron Gomez.
On the right side, Reyes, or somebody took off, wanting a big break, but I think the goalkeeper doing the right thing there, just holding on to the ball.
Feels like a big wasted opportunity for Rayados to not get a little bit more of a bite at the apple in that.
He wanted a runner at the near post, and he hit it a little earlier. The two runners there just arrived a little bit late.
Real Madrid clearing it out to midfield, and there's the final whistle. And this one is going to end 0-0, despite Real Madrid playing for over 35 minutes, down a man after the second yellow was issued to Luis Paulo. Teams shared the points here between Monterrey and Real Madrid in what was, I think, the most physical and evenly matched competitive match that we've really seen today, Steve.
Yeah, I think, look, both teams sort of did what they came here to do. I think Real Madrid has a little bit more quality, but I think Rayados surmised that they needed to be scrappy and turn it into a game of midfield duels, which they did. So both teams can come away feeling like they had enough today, but maybe not quite enough.
It's been a fantastic day of soccer out here for the 2025 Dallas Cup at the Cotton Bowl. Again, games continuing all week long. Next week we'll have finals out in Frisco, Texas. So it's going to be a fantastic week of Dallas Cup action. Be sure to get out if you can, catch a game. We'll continue to follow along with the results wherever and however you can. Steve Davis and I have had a blast bringing you these games here tonight. Again, Rayados and Real Madrid share the points, 0-0 draw out here at the Cotton Bowl here for the 2025 edition of the Dallas Cup. Thank you again so much for joining us. Signing off once again for Steve Davis, I'm Tyler Kern. We'll see you again soon.